Hi, this is Buffy from Buffy's Flavorful Journey, where we dive deep into baking, cooking, and relationships from a single woman over 50, a vintage woman, her point of view. Today I have a juicy topic. It's one that's going to have you nodding along and asking yourself about your own relationships, past, current, and or future. So come along, let's talk about it. Now be honest, have you ever wondered where you stood in someone's heart? Or maybe why your love life is stuck on a loop. It just plays over and over and over the same things, the same mistakes. And you wonder what the heck is going on? I think we've all been there, haven't we? I know I have. You're not alone. So today, let's talk about the 5 categories that a lot of men put women into. This is from Anwar White. He's a TikTok dating coach. Find his page on TikTok. He has some good information. So trust me, you want to hear this. He talks about the desperate girl that's always left on read, all the way to the dream girl, who's simply adored for just being her authentic self. We're also going to talk about the signs and signals and what they mean for your relationship with the man in your life. And that's not all. You ever feel like you're too much of a catch and that's causing your relationships to sour? Yeah, we're going to talk about that one too. So come along. So whether you see yourself in these stories or you're just curious to know what they mean, what the 5 types are, let's get into it. 1, that's the desperate girl. You're always texting him, calling him, emailing him, blowing him up on socials, DMing him, whatever. He doesn't get back to you until he needs something, needs some money, maybe somebody to babysit one of his kids. You're desperate and he knows it. And that's why he calls you the desperate girl. For me, this one hurts because I see a lot of women do that. And I feel so sad for them. They're sitting around, I think, and they're wondering, why is he not calling me back? Why is he not getting back with me? Why? I just want to grab you, give you a hug, ladies, and tell you, look, take a step back, stop, reevaluate the relationship, or more likely it's a situationship, at least for him, and determine your self-worth. Know your worth. Know that he should be doing better. Know that you can do better, and you should be doing better for yourself too. Don't settle. Too many people play games, men and women nowadays. But just don't settle. Don't play the games, and don't let someone that is your prospective partner play games with you too. Because remember, at the end of the day, it takes 2 people to have a successful adult relationship, not just one. Okay? Number 2, that's the good time girl. He only texts you after 10, don't want to be seen with you in public. When you do go out, you're not in the city center. You're somewhere in the suburbs or far away from the city center. So his friends, family, your friends and family won't see you with him. Don't settle for that. You're just a little hookup for him. Side piece, sneaky link, or whatever you want to call it. The good time girl. Now, that was me way back in the day in my lonely phase. Man, I was crazy for this guy. Again, I was lonely. He made me laugh. He made me feel good. I always felt comfortable with him from the get-go. And for me, that was rare because I'm an introvert, till I really get to know somebody. Then I can open up and be an extrovert. But he didn't want me in the same way. I wanted a relationship. He didn't. I was the good time girl. Whenever he needed something, he was my bad boy phase. He was an ex-con. He was divorced. Supposedly his ex-wife was keeping the kids from him. I mean, I don't know all this for sure. I didn't double check, do my research. But looking back, it's like, oh man, I should have realized a lot earlier, a lot sooner than I did, that I'm nothing to this guy. Never met his family. Again, we didn't go out in public that much with each other. I was either at his house or he was at my house. And his house was actually his late mom's house because he had nothing, okay? When I finally realized, yeah, he doesn't want a relationship with me, and I just cut off contact cold turkey, and that was the end of that. A year or 2 later, he sent me an email or something saying his email had been hacked and sorry if I got any kind of junk mail from his email, which I actually did get a junk mail email from him a couple days before. And I wrote back and told him, no worries, I understand, all the best to you, sort of thing. He found out I moved states actually. And that was the last I heard from him or about him. So I don't know what's going on with him. I'm not going to name his name, of course, but I bear no ill will towards him. If anything, I learned my self worth going through that. And anyone in that situation, please, you need to take a step back and evaluate what's going on. You don't have to settle for that either. And I've been there. That's all I can say is I've been there and I will not go back. 3, you're the good enough girl. He does the bare minimum, but nothing extra. Nothing the little small things. And when you ask him to do something, you have to ask him more than one time before he'll do it. Again, don't settle for that. That's not one I've been in because I was never, my past relationships, it was a lot younger and I didn't know how to have an adult relationship and on and on and on. And I didn't know how to ask what I wanted in the relationship. So I don't really have experience in that one, but I see that sometimes too. And you shouldn't have to ask somebody who really cares about you, who really loves you to do something more than one time. I'm gonna even go there, ladies. You shouldn't even have to ask him to do anything, period. He should just do it because he sees it needs to be done and he wants to do it for you. But women, you need to do the same thing for the guy too now. So, this isn't just one-sided. So again, don't settle for that either. Don't be that good enough girl. Number 4 is the dream girl. He does those little things for you. He does everything for you. You don't have to ask. You don't have to be anything than what you are, your own authentic self. You can bring out your soft feminine side. You don't have to be hard, so to speak. You don't have to be on point. You don't have to do everything that you used to do, for yourself when you were single because it had to be done. He's over there taking care of business. He's doing what he needs to do, plus a little bit of your, whatever you need to have done around the house. He's doing that too. But again, it works both ways. You need to take up some slack for him when that's needed sometimes. And what I like so much about that, it does let you be your soft feminine side. You don't always have to be in control. You don't have to always worry about this needs to be done. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to go do here. You have to do all that. He's there to help you. If you're going to be in a relationship, and again, it takes 2 to have a successful adult relationship. Don't be in a relationship to where you're struggling more so than when you were alone, when you were single. You have more stress, strife, emotional distress or whatever than you did when you were single. Why be in a relationship like that? I wouldn't want to do it. I don't know about you ladies. Let me know so far. Have you seen yourself in 1, 2, 3, or 4 yet? And then number 5, this is the out of your league girl. Now, Anwar White said that Beyonce and Jay-Z, that this was them. You're the woman who has more education, a better job, more money, more whatever than the guy. He knows it, you know it. You're probably not hanging it over his head, but he feels so inadequate that he will do whatever he can to try to take away from you, to bring you down a notch, such as cheat on you or do whatever, something to belittle you so that he doesn't feel so inadequate. You don't want that either. It's okay if either you or he makes more money or has a better job or what have you, but don't belittle each other. Don't try to bring one person down. The way my parents raised me, I'm educated. I'm an attorney. I'm licensed in 2 different states. I passed 2 different state bars, first time in each state. Yeah, I'm tooting my own horn a little bit there. So what? I think we need to do that more often for ourselves. But I'll digress. I'm no better than anybody else. I'm no better than a welder, an accountant, an architect, a doctor, whatever. I'm no better than anybody else doing those professions. Even they come and pick up your garbage. So what? I'm no better than him in any of those professions. I just know the law a little bit better than the architect, than the garbage person. But their professions, good one, a carpenter, construction worker. I know nothing about carpentry and construction. He does. But he's not better than me. We're still, at the end of the day, we're still human beings, okay? And that's how I was raised. And I think if more people felt that way and acted that way, oh my gosh, this country would be a whole lot better than it is. But that's just my opinion. What do you think, ladies? And something else I found remarkable? I was looking at my analytics on this channel, Buffy's Flavorful Journey. Do you know my audience is more male than it is female? I found that crazy. This channel is from my perspective. I'm 54, I'm single. I'm a vintage woman according to the comedian and actor Dion Cole. I love that vintage. And I do content based on that. But the fact that more men watch my channel than women, that blew my mind. It's like, how am I attracting men and not fellow women? And I'm thinking, and I hope I'm wrong, and please, ladies, men, whoever's watching this, leave a comment and let me know. Are the men trying to watch my content to try to pick up on what they can do, or try to get a game on trying to get a woman or something in her 50s? I hope not, because I'm the last person to tell you about any kind of games to play in a relationship, because I've been single for so long. I don't even know what games people are playing. They're probably playing the same ones they did when I was dating, but I don't know. So if you're watching it for that, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to help you. And no, I welcome everybody, male, female, whatever. It's just, that was mind boggling to me that and it was really skewed. It was like 71% male to 29% women. It's gotten a little closer. Last I checked was earlier today. Today is March 10th, 2024. And now it's like 52% male and 48% female over the last 28 days. But just last week, it was reversed. It was 71% male, 29% female. And I'm like, what is going on? And then it popped up on TikTok. Anwar White had this 5 characteristics, or categories rather, that men put women into. And I found it fascinating because I saw myself in some of those categories in my past relationships. So let me know what you think, ladies. Have you seen yourself in any of those categories? Are you in one of them now? And just let me know. I'm just curious, because that, and I don't know why it popped up on my TikTok feed, because I'm not trying to get in a relationship, but I found it interesting, one, that it did pop up, and two, what he had to say. Again, Anwar White on TikTok. If you need a dating coach, he's always saying, reach out to him and everything like that, or just watch his TikToks. He has some helpful tips, because I sat and watched a few of them after it popped up on my feed. I'm like, man, I wish I knew about you when I was trying to get in a relationship way back when. Yeah, I probably would have been successful. I don't know. So basically, in the world of relationships, hell, in the world, period, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better off you will be. And that knowledge includes not just knowing about the other person, but about yourself. What are your needs? What are your wants? What are your desires? You need to know all that before you can get in a relationship and have it be successful. I've said that time and again. Love yourself, know yourself, and then try to find somebody that's what you want. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. Believe you me, I've been there, and good night. So that was my little vlog or opinion on relationships and the 5 characteristics that men can put women into. Again, let me know your thoughts on it. And if you haven't already, please like the video or podcast, because I'm going to release this as a podcast too. And share this with your family and friends. Also, subscribe to the channel and the podcast. All of that really helps me out. But definitely leave comments. Let me know, did you see yourself in any of those 5 categories? And if you did, what did you learn from it? I hope you learned something. Until next time, family, keep loving, keep learning, keep moving forward. I'll see you in the next video. All the best to you and yours. Bye for now.